you tired of the typical libraries with conventional music that makes you feel meh? Introducing Leerecs.com, the music website made for and by minds like you. Our team are lifelong musicians and producers in love with music. Search the Leerecs music catalogs and find music with guaranteed originality. Mark the difference with music of signature at Leerecs.com.
So, as promised, we have Ainsley McGray with us today. How are you, Ainsley?
I'm doing well. I'm actually sitting in the studio right now.
Fantastic, fantastic. So glad to have you here. We had the opportunity to listen to your record, Dream Again. The song that we have on the background, Warrior, which is absolutely amazing. Why don't you tell us more about the song and your record, Dream Again?
Okay, well, thank you so much. I am a solo artist, so I write and arrange and produce all of the parts in every song. So it takes me, especially this album, it took me a very long time to finish this. But I also own a company I run a business teaching piano to pay for the album, because obviously you have to have a job or you live in your parents' basement with a dream, right? So the song Warrior is actually about, I think, something that most women experience, and that's being victimized at some point in time. I think it's usually something that women go through, and the song is really about, are you going to continue to be a victim, or are you going to actually fight back? Every song that I write to try to help people. I am not the kind of artist that is trying to get famous, or, I don't care. I don't really care what happens as long as my music touches people and changes their lives. So this song is important to me because, there's so much going on right now with child trafficking and so many things that are happening in the world with women, also with men. But this really is kind of a song for women to band together and fight back. So yeah, and almost every song on the album has a story.
Yeah, it is a great background for this song. It really very empowering lyrics, and very impressed. Very impressed.
Well, thank you. I did want it to be empowering, and I didn't want it, to necessarily be pointing the finger at anybody. But it is definitely something I feel that, as a woman, you really do have to deal with that, even especially, in the music industry, a lot. So, yeah.
Yeah, dress. I'm reading some on your site, which is, by the way, it is AinsleyMcGray.com, and this is fantastic. You have access for anybody who wants to go there. You have access to all the lyrics, and I'm reading something very familiar, dressed as a lamb.
Yes, there once was a lion.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's talking about, kind of you get tricked, and I didn't want to get too much into my personal life, but I did and I do write from personal experience, because I feel like that is what actually touches people's hearts the most. It's, so yeah, so once was a lion dressed as a lamb, made me think he was wounded and pulled me in. And I think that so many women are tricked into things happening, or children even, not to make it too personal. But yes, it's a very deep song in a lot of ways. But I wanted it to be very empowering, and it to be like, instead of being the victim, you're literally going to fight back. And I've done that through my music.
And you did a great job. Absolutely, it works this way. You always are presented with these situations, and you need to decide: are you going to be the victim, or are you going to take command and drive? And
exactly.
This is fantastic. I guess we can continue along this line and tell us more. Well, you've said you're probably part of that rare breed of artists who still compose from their own experiences and speak their truth, and so we love that so much. Why don't you tell us more about your inspiration, if you wish to continue down the line, or and tell us more about your influencers as well.
Okay. Well, I first wanted to say there is definitely a message on my album of forgiveness. Because even though you might be angry about things that happen to you in life, I really do believe that you have to forgive in order to have a happy life. Or anything that's happened to you, it ends up owning you. Like, if you hate and if you hold hatred in your heart, bitterness is something that's a disease. And I feel like you have to literally let go of things and forgive, because life is all about how we overcome pain. You never get to pick what's going to happen next. And even though I'm pretty young, I had a lot of really, really hard things happen. My best friend was killed when I was like 8 years old, and there's a song on there called Relive, which is all about her, and it's all about that, and it's all about the very end of my childhood, which happened very early because, I was seeing a coffin of a tiny little girl and realizing, okay, like, people live, people die, like, life is hard, and tomorrow is never guaranteed. But to live with bitterness it's no way to live. Like, you're never going to be happy if you hold hatred in your heart towards other people. I wasn't allowed to listen to any secular music as a child. My parents were very conservative.
Wow.
So actually the most music I heard really was in church. And I just remember getting goosebumps when I heard somebody sing and looking around and everybody else was laughing, and I was like in tears. I was so moved by the music, and I was probably like 3 years old.
Wow.
And that's when I was like, I am not like anybody else here. Like, nobody cares, and I am here crying because it's so beautiful to me. And I started getting obsessed with different songs, and I would just play them over and over and over again. So the reason I write, or the way that I write, and I would say the feels from Stranger Things, is you have to feel it, and if you don't feel it, music is such a weird, language, because it's so emotional, and then at the same time, it's so technical. And you really have to feel the song yourself, I think, if you're going to have any chance of it getting through to anyone else. So I would say...
Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I would say, as I got older, Tori Amos, Ani DeFranco, Evanescence, Radiohead, even bands like Disturbed and Rage Against the Machine, and, honestly, anything that I heard that moved me, it wasn't necessarily a band, it was a song, because I'm a songwriter. I'm not really a band. I'm, so if a band writes a great song, I love it, even if I don't really like that band.
Yeah, you said so many things that I agree with. I don't even know where to begin. But first of all, congratulations. The music is... This record is fantastic. The message of transforming hard knocks lessons into positiveness, that per se is a great job. And to make it through such wonderful arrangement that we have heard, that's another whole story. So congratulations on this record. I can't recommend it more. It's wonderful.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me.
Absolutely, thanks to you. This is all we do. And the reason is what you said. You have to feel it. Music, like you said very well, is such a complex language or thing that it connects with some, and those that can hear it can feel it. And it's not necessarily a particular brand or type or the label thing. I don't use labels very much. It's just about, it makes you feel something or it doesn't. And this song, it definitely makes you feel. So great job. And I was interested in that last part. It is you. So tell us more about it. You make all the arrangements. You write the lyrics.
Right, and I've been writing music my entire life. Since I could sing, I was writing music. But I have never actually had the money to go into a studio the way that I did this time. No one's ever been able to handle me, because they're like, you need to just simplify it. And I'm like, no, I have this vision of the way that this needs to sound. And I was so blessed. I don't even know how it happened, but somebody recommended the guy that I worked with on this. His name is Tony Corelli.
Okay.
And he was the first person who's like, I can handle you. Because I really had this crazy vision of the way that I wanted all of the parts to sound. And we took a very long time painting that picture. And I think as an artist, the crazy part is too, and as a woman, a lot of times men will come in and they want to, because here's the sad truth. There aren't many women who are sound engineers or producers. There aren't that many, at least that I have, crossed paths with. And of course, I had a limited budget. I was working 7 days a week while I made this album to fund it. So, it was,
wow.
I wanted to find the right person, and he was the first person who was like, okay, whatever your picture is, let's paint it. And I wouldn't even know necessarily, because I write it for a full orchestra. I would take it home and be like, okay, I learned so much. Honestly, I learned that I am not as good as I thought I was. I learned that less is more. The next album is going to be a lot more subtle in a way, But this album was very, very important to me because it has a very, very specific message in a lot of places. And it's my very first, like, majorly produced and thing that I'm really proud of, I guess. But
totally deserved. Proud. You have all the rights to be proud for this record. It is you. It's your lessons and your trajectory and the fact that it was self-founded while you were working. I mean, that's just what motivates us. We are all full speed ahead for artists and musicians like yourself. So it's really a blast to have such talent. We see so much talent that really deserves a space. So we do what we try. And really congratulations on this. So tell us, you have in mind recording another album next, but what's gonna happen with this one? What is in the near future for you?
That is a great question. It took so long for this album to come out. I had 6 surgeries while I was making this album.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not going to even go into that, but we'll just say I've had some issues, like, with my heart. So, I've gone through a lot of medical issues as well, which all played into this album too, because you fight hopelessness when you're sick. And I think you're very isolated when you're sick. People don't realize when they're well, that is everything. If you're not fighting cancer or you're not having to go to the doctor all the time, like, your health is absolutely everything. And, it is such a gift to be healthy.
Absolutely.
So
and we take it for granted every day.
We do. We totally do. And, like, then when you're healthy, you're worried about, how am I going to buy that car? And how am I going to fix this thing in my house? And as soon as everything is taken away from you, you realize that the only thing that matters are the people that you love and, the air in your lungs, because it could be taken away in a second. And it doesn't matter what car you drive, how big your diamond is, all of those things fade away. And the most important thing really is, I feel like people get the wrong impression from me, and I never actually really get to talk about the music, but all of the music has that message to it, because life is really short, and we take it for granted. We take our health for granted, and it can be gone in a second.
Absolutely.
So if you've gone through a lot of stuff like that, then you start having a different perspective on life, and you just don't sweat the small stuff, because it's not a big deal.
You're totally right. And you definitely are a warrior. It's not only a message in your song, you really are. Congratulations on that, because it is so important for a musician to, how can I put this? There's a lot of musicians out there. I think there's a difference between musicians and songwriters.
Absolutely.
Because because you create something that didn't exist before. And if you finalize it, because it's not easy. Mm-hmm. But like you did, you were able, fighting, to finalize it and put a beautiful piece of art to the world. There's a difference. That is your legacy right there.
Well, I have to say I really appreciate you saying that, and I think there is such a huge difference between a musician and between a songwriter. For me, my whole life has felt like this weight on my shoulders, because it's something I just can't get rid of. I was born to do it, and I'm so fortunate that I get to teach piano to students and see that gift in them and cultivate it and help them. Because nobody saw that in me, and I literally had to fight through everything for anyone to realize, oh my gosh, like, she's actually talented. Like, this isn't just some flash in the pan, like she's moving out to LA type thing. I could care less about moving out to LA or being on a huge stage. Like, the only thing that matters to me is that I write songs that are exactly what I want to say, that can make a difference in people's lives. And I'm not competitive. I love other people's art. I love promoting other bands. I love promoting other musicians. Like, as far as I'm concerned, like, we're all in this together. And there's, like, this crazy competitive thing that happens with musicians sometimes. And it's really sad because no art is the same.
Absolutely.
Like, everybody's different, and we should be appreciating each other and lifting each other up, and not competing. So
absolutely right.
That's been interesting.
Yeah, you're totally right. And we do what we can to develop this culture of support amongst creators and independent musicians, because really we are all the same. We are in the same group, and there's the music industry is it's somewhere else. It's like a different league. I don't know how to put it, but independent musicians, we should all be helping each other.
I agree. Exactly. I think it's a huge rat race. Once you get on a label, and you have to look hot, and you have to be skinny, and you have to do all these different things, and they want, a fan blowing on you while you're performing. There's a difference between a performer and a songwriter and a musician. But I feel like there's so much pressure once you get really famous on those people. Actually, I feel sorry for them sometimes because I can't imagine I can't imagine that kind of pressure. I throw up before I perform anyway. Like, I definitely don't. I can do it, and I can be good at it, but it's not my favorite thing to do.
I understand. I understand what you mean. Yeah. Once you get to a certain level, I guess. I don't know. For what I see, it's more about the looks of a product, and it becomes a product. More about the essence, I guess, or the message, or I don't know. Sometimes even the quality. But there's so much quality and talent, like yourself, that there's so much more to explore. It's amazing. So, help each other, discover each other. There's so much fantastic, great music and musicians out there. This is what we try to. Yeah, like Ainsley.
And every time that I hear like a great artist, I get so excited.
Absolutely.
If I hear a song that I love, like I'm so excited, like, and I want to help. I think if someone is truly talented, it's just like I am always searching for those songs that inspire me. If a really well written song always makes me want to like go play the piano,
Absolutely, and not in every aspect of our lives, There's no, to me at least, and I think for a lot of people, there's no better fuel than a great song. You play it time and time again, and the things that you can achieve, because it's like I don't know, energy for the soul. You can overcome anything with a great song.
I agree with you on that. I feel like music is the universal language. And I mean, it's amazing because even plants respond to it. So we're talking everything that exists responds to music. And so for me, I mean, for people who have faith and people that believe that there's a higher power, I kind of feel like music is the voice of God.
It is.
I think we don't necessarily know how powerful it is. And I actually majored in music therapy. That was something in college. I was interested in the science of sound and how it makes us feel. Like, it's amazing, you know, if you hear major and minor chords put together or whatever, how it can trigger different emotions in a person. Songs are so much more powerful in a way. I feel bad for people that write poems and people that write books sometimes, because a song is so much easier. It's a much easier art to recognize. You know, it doesn't take as much work. You just listen. You know, you can listen when you're doing anything now.
Yeah.
So,
it's not.
But I mean,
Please go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, I think all artists should be appreciated, and it makes me feel bad sometimes because it is the easiest art to love.
It's really not. There's a lot of science around it and a lot of truth in it. But there's, to your point, it's not like an intellectual process. It's something that connects directly with your heart and your soul. And
absolutely.
Yeah.
It's like the intersection of, you know, like speech and thought, and then, you know, I don't know. I think that what it does to us is so powerful. A lot of times we don't even realize that, you know, it can affect you. You're driving in the car and you hear this song, and it takes you back, you know, 10 years to something that happened 10 years ago.
Oh, is that so true?
You know, you remember where you were, and it's almost like it's these chapters in your life, you know. You associate them with when that album came out, or when you heard that song, or, you know, when your father passed away and you heard this song. This is the song you're always going to think of.
Yep.
So, you know, it's what you're going to remember.
Absolutely.
So.
Absolutely. Okay, could be speaking for hours and hours. I hope, I hope, you know, we do it again in the future, and you keep us updated about your upcoming record or concerts. And I'd like you to leave, I don't know, one last message to say goodbye for now. What would you like to say?
Well, I would just like to say that I would love people to check out the album, not because I care about promoting myself, but because the songs have a very distinctive message, and the only thing that matters to me is that my music makes a difference in other people's lives. And that's why I, you know, write, and in a lot of ways that's kind of how I live my life. So I really want to make a difference in other people's lives. So I think it's worth checking out, because I definitely think that it does talk about overcoming things that a lot of times people don't talk about. And for me, it's been my therapy. So I'm hoping that for other people, it will be too.
Absolutely. Great
And
message.
thank you so much for having me on this show. I really
please,
appreciate it.
Thanks to you. This is fantastic. Really, dream again. AinsleyMcGray.com, and the album is for sale just everywhere. Listen to it. Spotify is very easy to find.
iTunes, Spotify,
iTunes.
Pandora, and my website, actually, which I make more money if they buy the CD off my website. So that's a good place to buy it, is on the website.
So AinsleyMcGray.com, that's where you get the record. It really transforms you. Listen to it. You can really feel emotion here. So I recommend it. And Ainsley, thank you so much. Are there any concerts or gigs that we can go to coming up?
I do not have anything scheduled right now. I'm in the process of figuring out. I actually do bigger shows and fewer shows. I'm not a musician who like gigs every weekend. But when I do have one set in stone, I will definitely let you know.
Please do. Please do. All right. Well, it's been a real pleasure. Thank you so much. And we'll stay in touch. Until the next time.
Well, thank you so much for having me on.
Absolutely.
It's great.
Our pleasure. All right. Goodbye. Bye-bye.
All right.
Tortured and stripped, I fell to my knees and cried out for the light. As my body burns, a phoenix rose to life. So many times, like might have been silenced, but our day has finally come. Today we'll stand united, and justice will be done. I am a warrior. I said you'll come and fight. I am a warrior. The battle ends tonight. No chains can hold me down. No one can stop me now. I am unbreakable. I am a warrior.
Typical libraries with conventional music that makes you feel meh. Introducing Leerecs.com, the music website made for and by minds like you. Our team are lifelong musicians and producers in love with music. Search the Leerecs music catalogs and find music with guaranteed originality. Mark the difference with music of signature at Leerecs.com.
Día, me ahogas tan ardiente en mi garganta, clavas mentiras de cristal, andando descalzo, la pena con la que me hice estatua de hielo, con lágrimas voy derritiendo, su risa parece que aún está aquí. Déjalos secos, que ya no se puedan levantar. Y llegue la brisa, cantando en mi pelo que todo está bien. Me ahogas tan ardiente.
And we have a very special surprise. Another international artist, independent artist, anyway. Miguel Moreno, from all the way to the sunny Alicante in Spain. So, how's the weather over there, Miguel? How's it going?
Hello. What's up? Here is very, very hot weather.
Is it sunny? There's a lot of nice waves on the sea today?
Today it's not a very great day, but I'm happy because the sun is too much in summer here. You know?
So you
it's
see,
like,
right. So the ones who have too much sometimes wish, all right, I don't need so much sun.
yes.
All right.
The midpoint is the perfect way, you know.
The middle point, absolutely.
The middle point. Yes.
Yeah, equilibrium. That's all right. Anyway, so Miguel, we are playing on the background your song, Mañana Donde Estaré. The band is El Rojo Gana. That
Yes.
means, so tomorrow, where will I be? And the band is the Red Winds. So,
Yes.
all right. So the song is very happy. Is very feel good type of song. Tell us a little bit more about your project and your music and this particular song. I mean, this song in particular.
Okay, so then this I was writing so long ago. This was my old band, the Red Winds, El Rojo Gana. And it's a song, I always, I am a songwriter since I was a child, so I don't know, it's things happen in my mind, and I write about everything, in this time of my life, I was thinking about the possibility of the multiple destinies,
Yeah.
the very possibilities of life, decisions we make, I don't know, purposes inside all this stuff. Now I'm more quiet.
Oh, you're different. You're different now. And something that I'm curious, you mentioned this is your old band. So, do you have a new project now these days, or is it the same? Is it the same project?
It's not the same, really. Now I have my own project with this music is I'm carrying all my life, and I was in some bands, I have now other bands. It's called Shiny Roots reggae band, and now I'm interested in developing my own music, my own way. And I want to pick some songs of the past, in this band, Red Winds and others. But I'm interested particularly in my new music, and a lot of songs I have in my pocket, like little treasures of the past.
I totally understand. Regardless, there's it's funny how life is. You're talking on this song that is an old song. It's an older song. You're talking about the possibilities in your life. Where will I be tomorrow? Now you are somewhere else, and exactly different project, but still you. Still your sound. Still your songs. Is that right?
Yes. Still me, still my songs.
So that never changed. Of course, the essence of the songwriter, that's something that's true. And what are your plans? What's coming next for you?
Really good question. It's really good question. I don't know, I'm happy of all the things happen in my life until now. I only want to enjoy my music, make others enjoy maybe with it. I don't know really what I'm gonna do. What I know is I want to feel this plenty life inside me when I'm playing. Is what I remember making me play in first place. Is what's that song?
That's interesting.
It's a hit to my story.
It is your story. It is your story. Indeed, it's a common aspect. We talk with a lot of musicians and artists, songwriters. There is a commonality among all of us. We play because there's something inside us that needs to be spoken about, needs to go outside of us. And you think when you play your music that is going to change others. It's going to change other people's feelings or
maybe.
right. That's more or less the reason. But you were talking about a particular sensation when you play, and I wanted to ask you when and why you started playing music.
Oh, so so long ago.
In a previous life, maybe?
No. So I was a little child, maybe 11. And I was so bored in my house. And my mom carried me to a teacher in the neighborhood. So I started with popular songs, very, very popular songs.
like which?
Like La Bamba, you know.
Oh yeah,
Para
La
bailar
Bamba.
bamba. La Tarara, Tiene la Tarara. Spanish songs and you know, Happy Birthday to You. This stuff.
Nice.
Yes, and then I was playing only to don't get bored, you know. And
You mean to not get bored? Just to
Yes.
have some
Thank
little
you.
fun?
Thank you, not to get bored.
I see.
So when I was 15, more or less, I discovered some kind of groups like Led Zeppelin, Police.
Oh, so you discovered when you said when you were 15,
Yeah,
you discovered rock?
yeah, rock and roll.
All right.
Oh yeah, it moves my body and mind. So was great, and I was very, very lucky. My mom gave me a present, an electric guitar, and I started to flip out with the guitar and the sounds and the possibilities. You know, I always ask the people I know a little bit to do this, something similar, because for me it's no point in life without it.
So you recommend everybody to give an instrument to
Absolutely.
the kids, right?
Absolutely. Doesn't mind. Can be guitar, bass, doesn't mind.
Piano
Maybe if it is
or
drums. Mind a little bit.
Maybe drums. It's too much.
But electric drums.
Electric
also.
drums. Yeah. Because that was very, very beneficial to you. Is that right?
I think so. I think it is natural vibe inside. You know, everybody likes music.
Oh, you think that everybody enjoys music?
Absolutely. So, do you know someone doesn't
Someone
enjoy?
who doesn't like?
Someone.
Yeah, I think so. I think I know people that it's not that they don't like music, but they don't care. They don't care about music. They can listen to it, yeah, here and there. I don't know. Maybe I don't know anybody who doesn't like music.
Maybe me neither.
Nice.
There are so a huge field of music you can choose. I don't know.
There's a huge range
Like
to choose from. That's
international language. You know, sometimes I want to discover some new kind of music.
right. It's amazing. You know,
Yeah.
we just had another great interview, and the artist said the exact same thing. That music is the universal language. Just like he just said.
It is.
It is.
Yeah.
Is. It absolutely is.
Yeah.
And that's why you keep playing after all these years, right?
Yeah, it is. Because I enjoy with doing this.
Doing this. So, what do
Yeah.
you normally? Okay, so what's your musician's life like these days? What do you do when you play?
Oh, so I usually play guitar at home, and I try to do so many things, but finally I keep doing the same thing all my life. It is doing songs and express myself singing these songs. I was working hard in so many projects, but I realized that it's not necessary for me to make effort. Really, I enjoy doing this, and I don't know. And now I want to share with people, maybe in networks or similar. Now the network system is giving us to musicians and human beings a new world of possibilities to share and enjoy, and maybe doing projects with people from other countries. It's amazing, It's like telepathy.
Telepathy, yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad now. I have been working in my own company, but now I want to share this part of my life.
You want to come back to it, right? I've seen your YouTube channel. There's so many songs, and tell us a little bit more about this project that you were telling me about it offline. This project now that you want to record, you want to make it very pure, very essential. You want to record yourself playing your songs, just you and your guitar. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. I was in studios before, and now I want to keep this essence of what I keep doing all my life. It is play these songs and nothing else. I like very too much arrangements and production. I'm a fan of production, but now I want to keep this heart of the songs. I always think I think a real a truly hard song sounds itself. So it's interesting for me make this research to feel really the songs that really keep my heart alive when I'm playing. It's a challenge, so I'm very motivated to this new way. A little bit scared, but I think when you feel this emotion inside is signal that things are going in the right direction. So don't know. I hope I'm very soon. Yes, thank you. I hope I am very soon playing in the clubs and enjoy with the people these songs. Like a little family, and more near scenarios is my idea. Little less of hate between me and all persons, you know.
What do you mean hate? Hate?
You know, all in the same floor.
Oh.
Maybe not. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, intimate. You want something more intimate. More intimacy between you and the audience.
Yeah, maybe in a circle, you know, like friends.
Like friends.
Because, yeah, is what I feel right now.
So what I get, let me get it right. Let me see if I get it right. So, what I get is you are so I know you didn't speak about this, but I'm going to reveal it because I know it's true. You've been in many stages, scenarios, playing huge gigs as a guitarist, and,
yes.
And later as a frontman on several projects. You're very humble, and you don't talk about it too much. But Miguel here, he wants a new challenge now. He wants something that he has been on enough huge concerts and stages and scenarios, and he wants now to be closer to his audience and play his songs in a very intimate, very close, very friendly type of concert, like a circle of friends that enjoy music together. Is that right?
Exactly.
Did I get it right?
Exactly, absolutely.
Wonderful. So this is exciting, right? It's like a new phase in your musical career. Are you excited about it?
Yes, absolutely.
Very.
It is. I feel like when I was 16.
Like you're starting again.
Yeah.
And tell us more about these productions. So you've been part of huge productions, great producers and rock bands, perhaps. And now you want something more essential, right? Just the guitar, the song, and your voice. Is that the way you want it?
Yeah, that's the idea.
That's the idea. How are you going to do it? Tell us more. Where do you want to publish it? How do you want to reach your audience? Tell us more about your idea for these new projects.
So, yeah. I don't have really a truly planned, like I feel like more interesting let things happen. But I know my new energy is going to drive me. Maybe I was thinking about do like an height biography. My own height biography, because all these old projects you told us about it before.
Mm-hmm.
Some songs of this project, I was telling important things of my life. So now in this moment, I want to take it back, maybe some of them, and tell like an history to the people,
Mm-hmm.
so the people can not only enjoy music and these moments, maybe we can know each other a little bit more, and like a human relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Normal human relationship. I'm not so the point. It's difficult for me speaking English and develop the ideas in the
we have all the time in the world, so we can.
Oh, I'm glad to hear it. Oh, I'm glad to hear this. Oh my god. You know, I am a man. After all,
Right.
I can only do one thing. So, the thing I want to do is this: is tell the people who I am with my music. So I think it feels good for me. I think it can feel good for others. And maybe I was thinking about network, like we was talking about, because it's a huge window and possibility to other places. Maybe some live concerts, and this kind of stuff. I don't know really.
Absolutely. No, I think we get it. You now are initiating a new phase in your musical career where you're stepping down from the huge stage in the rock bands and are going to create a very intimate project to tell people about the real you, the truth, with no additives, with nothing else, just you and your truth. That's beautiful. Yeah, that's really beautiful.
More or less. It could be a great summary. Yes, a great summary.
Okay, all right. So we could be we could be talking forever, and I hope we do it again sometime. But for now, just to say goodbye for now. Any last message? Anything else that you'd like to say?
I want to thank you to you and your program to this interview. I want to thank you, the people listening and supporting independent and new music and truly music. And I don't know, I hope we meet each other someday.
We will talk again, absolutely. We support, like you said, we support independent music and independent musicians, and we'll keep everyone updated of your progress and where to find those intimate new songs that you're going to be publishing soon. And thank you very much. It's been a real pleasure, and until the next time, we'll talk soon.
Yeah, best regards. Thank you.
Mañana dónde estaré, serán mis dudas cubiertas de amanecer. Quiero ser estable como una flecha que sin dudarlo acierta, que sin dudarlo acierta, que sin dudarlo.
Be part of the movement. Visit Leerecs.com today or download the Leerecs app from the App Store or Google Play for free. Are you tired of the typical libraries with conventional music that makes you feel meh? Introducing Leerecs.com, the music website made for and by minds like you. Our team are lifelong musicians and producers in love with music. Search the Leerecs music catalogs and find music with guaranteed originality. Mark the difference with music of signature at Leerecs.com. Are you tired of the typical libraries with conventional music